Well, welcome. Yes, we are early today. Oh, look, the chat's kind of working. That's different. Haven't really, I'll probably stop working. Anyways, Dallas game comes on 125 on the West Coast, so we're here early. I literally went and worked out, then got home. Was like, you know what? I'm going to go live early today so that I can be done, watch the game, and then of course the things that I needed to do before the game came on, I'm just going to push those till after the game so that we can do some choo-choos right now. Sitting here on the Mateo community server. How to join, there's a Discord link down below in the description. And if you are so inclined to join us on multiplayer, go on the Discord, join it, read how to join server, and follow the directions explicitly, filling out your request of when you can do one of 2 monthly check rides. Like us, we call skills checks, not check ride. Just want to make sure you don't break the server. And yeah, come join us. But you'll need to do that stuff first. So here's the end of the train. This is a supply train that was brought in. My crew burned all their hours driving it down here, so as soon as they got here, they could no longer move the train. So we're going to pull in the C Yard cars, which are... Let's see, where do they start? Right here? Oh, I thought Taco Bell was the first one. So we got Vaughn's, 281. It's Vaughn's, the grocery store. That's going to be the first car that we have to pull in, and we might need to, I don't know. The rest of these are headed over to Malabar. So Malabar's over there. We're going to go this way and around the main to get there. You guys have seen me just do this before. But for right now, let's see if we can get this thing moving down these tracks here without causing any chaos. You see here. I want to make sure all my switches are lined up because it's pretty long. It's going to take up a lot. And the switch to the main back where we're going is right here. So as we get close, we'll have to check it out, man. Once we get this cut of cars off here, we can use what is currently the DPUs in the rear of the train right here. Lovely Dash 9s. We can use these to, you know, push and pull and all that. So hopefully we don't need to go onto the main. Let's start here. Let's get back to the front of the engine. So you can see right here, I don't need a fence or anything, but I do need to go into gear. I don't think there's an end of train device on here right now. Should have been. We'll make sure there is one because when we took over. So that way we can see the brake on the rear. We have 86 on the rear. We can get that up. Now we got it up. All right. We changed the heads-up display. We can look at the brakes here. I do have... That's why it was... Here, the compressor's kicking on. But we are pumping air through it right now. Let me see what our TFM is at 76. So we're equalizing those lines, but I think we're ready to pull forward. Let's go into forward in our reverser. And let's start pulling forward here. You don't want notch 2, just notch 1. This is how you rip couplers when the rail driver's misbehaving. Now I got power on the engine. But notch 2 here. Well, for some reason it went back to neutral. If we look right here, it's in neutral again. I don't know why that happened. All right, let's go to slow notch 1. Go look at our brakes again, or coupler pressures and brakes. We're pulling on it a little bit. We're doing all right. Flat here. If we break them in the yards, no biggie. All right. Wife cut herself on her arm here a little bit working outside, so giving her some juice to hopefully fix it a little bit, help her out. So we're taking, where'd that one go? We'll mark it so that we know which one it is. These are all 122s and 120 or 111, 112s and 122. There's Vaughn's. That'll be the first car that we want to line up here in front of the yard. Let's watch our speeds. 6 miles an hour. Got a crossing coming up, so we'll I'm gonna coast here a little bit. So that one that is highlighted here, about 1,200 feet to go. So I'll do a counter that counts up about 1,200 feet. Let's just see how close we get to my guesstimation. Also watching my speed. And if it's too long to fit in this track, again, we'll use the DPUs to pull it off and shove it down this guy here. And I'm going to stop no matter what at the switch for the main. And then assess without going on the main. We'll disconnect if we need to. We got 500 feet to go. Weird that the crossing lights didn't even go off when they should have. But, you know, that's why we do the three horn whistle cycle, whatever it's called. Short or long, short, long. All right, so actually, I'm used to doing a countdown distance counter, and this time I did a count up. So we went to 1,200 feet. We've got about 400 feet more left to go. See where we're at. There's our Vaughn's. Like that's it right there. I think we're going to disconnect. We'll stop before the CTC. I'm actually losing all my... Turn off my bright lights now. We're not on the main yet. But I want to stop probably here, disconnect, and then pull forward. Or maybe I will stop right here at the CTC signs and disconnect, and then we will we'll move forward with the transfer over to Malabar. But we will come back later and move the other ones. My light. There, those are my control lights. So right now the train's pretty high. It's 7,700 feet long, 15,360 tons. It's a big boy. And again, yeah, see, we're going to be a little shy of my target. This, yeah, we're going to be a little short. That's okay. Pay attention to what we're doing here. Little brake suppress. See what everything's doing. So yeah, the got a lot of weight on the back bar here, but that's okay. So we are going to head all the way back to the train. Before we disconnect, we do want to remove end of train device. Otherwise it'll sense when air is dropped, and we don't want to do that. 281, so we'll come back and move these after. These are vet. Okay, so we're going to Taco Bell, where all your Taco Bell comes from. So we're going to put some handbrakes on these guys here. A whole bunch of them because it's heavy. And then we're going to isolate these angle cocks. Closed and closed. Okay, so that means that I'm gonna actually push back here. Switch to the right thing here. Let's go in the notch one. I want to take some of the pressure off, but we also want to do a little bit of a check before we leave these here. Probably not going to go anywhere because I have... oh, I just heard the brakes come off. Anyways, I don't want to go forward on the CTC. So we're going to go right here. We are pushing against handbrakes. I'm going to keep coming back just a little bit more if I can. That way I have some room to pull forward, do a little stretch for the cars. All right, now we're going to pull forward and see if we can come off of this without any issue and put our end of train device on here. We're going on the main, so we're going to need it. All right, should be good there. Attach my EOTD. Go partial and open. Now see, that didn't work. I blew the thing right off of it. All right, now we got air in it. I don't know what's going on here. We're probably breaking stuff all over the place. I may have broken couplers. Let's go back to the. So if we do a tagger, you see exactly how many we have. I think we broke a coupler. We got to find where it's broke. Sorry, folks. It's going to be a while. Got to go through all the lines here to see which one's missing. Somewhere around here. Saw a refrigerator card. There's 1, 2. Maybe we have all of them. No, because it says it. We look back here. Let's see. Go here. Tagger. How many cars do we have? We have 57. So HPC is the last car that we have that's connected to this. What's up, 69? HPC will be the last sucker that we got right here. So it's one of these where it broke. Right. Well, that is the last one. That's everything we need here. Go to the front of the train. Outside, let's click this. Just say auto EOT. And for some unknown reason, we keep blowing air out. I don't know why that is. Let's just do this. See if we can keep. Oh, I got an EOTD error. I've never seen that one. So I also have it getting a PCS open. That's interesting. So let's see. What do I have here for train? Handbrake cheat. So I have everything turned on. So my flow is good, but as soon as I try to put an EOTD on, I'm getting a PCS. I'm blowing air. Maybe let's do a little stretch. I mean, everything looks good. See if it holds this time. Ah, see, it keeps blowing. All right, let's then go into gotta take things into our own hands. Train, relinquish. Train, this. Now so whenever you have problems like that in Run 8, the best thing and easiest thing typically to do is to relinquish your train and then re-grab it. And that will hopefully reduce any issues that you're having like we just had. Unexplainable. We are in multiplayer, so there are additional things to consider when multiplayer. So now the train is, let me put on my locomotive brakes. We are getting ready to go on the main. Let's check to make sure it's clear. We're going from about here to CP Commerce. So we're going to be coming in right at this signal and going over here to Malabar. So that means we need to come up here. I'm going to hit tab because I'm zoomed in. So I zoomed in with tab. And we are looking for this Malabar Junction. So we want to go right here. See, somebody's coming in UP. So we want to go in the Malabar Yard, which these are my custom screens, but this is where it's at, CP Harbor Junction. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to call the dispatcher here. I'm going to throw this because we got nobody coming. I'm going to look, so 3615. So let's go ahead and switch over to channel 36. And now we'll DTMF. See if it gets us what we want. All right, I want a signal. I want to get down to where we're going. We can actually go down here. We acknowledge we can go down a ways because I don't have a signal here. And by throwing that, just need to watch my couplers here. Where is notch 3? I want notch 2. Come on, rail driver. Go here to controls. Rail driver, we need to calibrate this just a little bit. Actually, we don't. It's actually working pretty good. Bright lights on. We're on the main. Here's the rear of the train coming out. All these people are super pissed at us. They're late for church and all that. Starting a distance counter now. We're going to go up to signal ahead of us. We have a proceed past that one. Here the compressor is going crazy. So if we look at the signal up here, I'd open the signal rules on my other one because that way I don't try to remember them. So we have a flashing yellow over red, and that's called an approach medium. That means we can proceed and we cannot exceed the next signal at more than 40 miles per hour. Doing 10. So I think we're doing all right. He has not lined us up yet in here. Let me tab back. So we are currently lined here. He's going to cut us over, I think, this, and then over once we get here. This is a little bit of distance here. It's probably 2 miles. But it makes sense. I'll have to come back, shut that switch off, set it back for mainline operations. And we are coming out of the yard, so we're going to make sure that our maximum speed is only 15. Otherwise, those cars are going to flip, toss and turn. All sorts of mayhem could happen. .5 is pretty good. According to the distance counter, I've got 1,600 feet to go from where I set that, which will be on the main. I do not want to forget that I have not the signal in front of me, but the other one that I have currently. Do not pass. Stop order. It'll be this one we're cleared through. And this one we're cleared through. This must be an intermediate. It is not an intermediate, but we can't. Oh, that is my approach. So that is, you have approach medium, next one's approach, and then you have a red. So I have a red signal at this one here, or at the end of the LAJ C Yard. Yeah, see, I'm too far away. My train, we're way back there. So got it from this side. Got it from this side. I think we're... Here we go, just right, perfect timing. I'm gonna close that switch. We're in the block. So now we're just making our way up to the 2 signals away. So I don't need to go too fast. I'm only going to, I could go up to 40 or 30 actually, because the next signal after will say, hey, time to start getting ready to stop. So it only has to be the main this signal on main 3 right now. Probably saw red up here or something. All right, so let's enjoy a little bit of air conditioning. I mean, it's pretty nice today. It's 81 degrees. Of course, we are a lot earlier than we normally are on Sundays. How many Sundays for me? I'll be starting about just over 3 hours from now. But because Dallas is coming on in another hour and a half or so, we're decided to do this early so we can get this done. You guys can get your trains in. I can get mine out. And I can still do my football game. So during football season, as I have mentioned before, I'm going to be flexible. So hopefully you guys can too if you want to see it live. If not, thankfully, thanks to YouTube, you can watch it anytime you want. You should run these all night while you're sleeping, by the way. If you just sit there, listen to it, and I mean, it puts me to sleep. Put your earphones in, listen to my soothing voice while you pass out. The horns and all that stuff. Then I get paid for it. You get to go to sleep for it. We all win. But as always, I do appreciate having you here live, because then you can, you know, interact and so forth. So there is a benefit to everything. Many of you, like NM, will usually watch this on their big TV, sit back in the lazy boy and grab a cold one, sit back and watch it. So that's awesome too. World is your oyster. For those of you who do watch me on Twitch, on Wednesdays I've changed over to a different game. We were doing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It's hard to stream an open world game like that because it takes so long to do anything, kind of like train simming. And so we've gone over to Max Payne 3. So last week was the first stream of Max Payne 3. Many people have commented on my ability to be a sniper or to shoot, but on this channel here, there's a whole lot of killing going on with Sniper Elite, short series I do with Arco Creates. We go on multiplayer and just annihilate Nazis. It's co-op. I've done multiplayer and that's fun too, but you know, you have to ruin somebody else's game. So I'm pretty good at it. So I tried not to go in too much because they don't know it's another player until they get shot. But they will say that, hey, another player is joined. But yeah, I'm gonna let people enjoy their games. Not, but if they kill me, they get a bonus. So I've been railed in that one too because they team up on you. There's 2 of them. But yeah, Max Payne 3 Wednesday nights at 5 p.m. on the Pacific Coast. It's 8 p.m. East Coast. Twitch.tv/KungfuBeer. NM also does, well, he's changed his streaming like every night now, I guess. Can't get enough of it, so you can always go see him at NM2588, moderator here in the channel. He's at Twitch. Go check him out when I'm not live. Unless you like him better, then go see him and not me. Watch mine later. I don't really like Twitch. I do Twitch on Wednesdays for the supporters of the channel, but I'm not a big fan of just doing or watching Twitch. YouTube guy, always been. Those guys got me to do Twitch years ago, and I've just kind of do it because people show up. I'd much rather do YouTube, especially with when you're streaming it. I drop so many packets on Twitch, it's incredible, and yet I do this on YouTube, and it's smooth as butter in most cases, unless somebody's trying to watch something from my servers that I run here. That reminds me, let me look now. Well, we're just headed down the road. Yeah, I got nobody on right now, so it should be as smooth as butter. Limitation of my internet, which is through Spectrum. Not that big of a deal normally, but I'm trying to push content up through the internet. Especially if you're already serving media, people are watching that, and then you're trying to send live stuff up through it. You don't get the best bandwidth through that. I'd love to have Fios, but that's not available in my area. AT&T fiber is, and there's no way I would switch to that because that's not the same as Fios for sure. All right, I got a see, now I have a yellow over green, so that's also going to be an approach, not flashing, so that's an advanced approach. So I can go through this at 60 if I want, but I have a diverging route ahead. We're on the main, so diverging. We're limited to the switch speed. This switch speed on here is 50 miles an hour for freight. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a little notch up here. Let me get my mouse on my screen so I can control my train. See, I'm pulling away. I'm pulling the cars a little bit hard here. They're starting to turn yellow. Control Z will do that for you on keyboard, I think it is. And I'm using the whistle thing. Well, on the rail driver. We're going to be speeding up because we are headed Malabar. Let's see. So he has us routed all the way through here. Let me hit tab twice. You see we're going into the Malabar yard right off the main 2. But we're all lined up, ready to go. As we hit that cutoff at the, what's it called? The Harbor Junction switch. Got to make sure we're back down to 15 before we hit that. But it's pretty sharp, and it's coming off main, but going into a yard lead. So we'll make sure we slow down so that we pull in there nice and gingerly. And after we drop these off and get these off of the train into the tracks at Malabar, we'll come back, we'll move the other one back, and it might be time watching Cowboys. But we got a lot of ways to go. All right. Again, as I mentioned, we are on the Mateo community server. We're on multiplayer. Let me do this first. That looks like this right now. We have myself and 3 other people currently operating on the server. Actually, now 2, because it updates as we're on here. So, yeah, Bradford Men's, he's running a UP train over in Mojave. Dark Star just joined, so he hasn't done anything yet. Go back this so I can see my speed here. Pass the lovely LAC intermodal yard. I thought about doing a job where I was going to pick up a UP train from, oh my goodness, it's coming right off the tip of my tongue. The one that comes up from like Phoenix, or not Yermo, but anyways, it comes down at the Arizona-California border at the south end, like Tucson, wherever it is down there. But there's a job where they basically a container job, and they should actually go through Riverside through the cutoff there. But in Run 8, it's not open. It doesn't work, so you have to go around. Right now we have a red above a flashing yellow, which is a diverging approach medium, which is limited to 35 at its next signal, according to BNS rules. This is a document that I have from the download section of the depotserver.com. And coming up, we have a yellow over lunar. That's an approach restricting. We got to be at 30 for that one. We're at 12.7, so we know what we got to do. The end of everything. I guess we can turn these off now. We don't really need them yet. Well, as soon as we cut those other cars off, we got 3.5 HPT. I'm looking at now. We got 2.1 with the dash 9s in the rear, but we cut the train in half. All right, more people joining here. It's just before noon, so it's a pretty decent time to be on, especially if you want to play with others. I don't do it too much myself unless I've coordinated it ahead of time, because when you're streaming with people, or when you have a streamer and you're playing with a streamer, you got to do volume checks and, you know, communication checks and all that kind of stuff, so that you guys who are watching, there's not too much confusion between what's going on. So people a lot of time want to just join and go, but it's like, no, I can't. We didn't work this out ahead of time. But we have done that before. You've seen it. About another 2 miles we have here to get to the lead to Malabar. We're going to go underneath the flyover bridges here and take the first left. Meanwhile, get some coffee. Take some of the power off there. Have to just feather the throttle in notch 2, notch 3. One slows down and the other one speeds up too much. As long as everything stays lined up, we're not in too much danger here of... Yeah, we're still lined up. So we're going to go right in the lead, and we got a long ways to go till the yard. So way more than the length of the train. Now, normally, this job is done with the 2 SD45s that are in the yard, and they're over at C Yard now. So I'll have to actually drive those over later. These were connected to the big train, and because it's so heavy and so long, I just used locomotives there. But I should have tied the 2 other locomotives to the rear of this and dragged them over with us, but I didn't do that. Whoops. And I suppose I'm not that far away, but Otto's not going to like it if I try to drive these down the same, you know, where the other one is. So we'll just handle that separately. That's because I wasn't thinking ahead of time. All right, here we go. 16 miles an hour. Let me take a notch down. See, we're going to be going onto the lead here. I'm going to be making a left coming up off of the main. And that's where it's 25 miles an hour is our maximum, so we can actually speed up. I thought it was 15. Did not realize it's 25. I'm gonna try to find right now the map that shows me speeds on here. All right, so I've gotten released from DTC, which is perfect. Yeah, there's no speeds on the Malabar cut here at all. Got a crossing coming up. I'm going to set a timer distance thing here. There's like no signals here. Okay, so we got a couple more crossings. That switch is good. This one's going to turn me down here. I'm going to select probably this one. I can't actually do the first one. This is I don't do this one a lot because of that nice cutoff thing there, but see, that's good. That's good. Okay, so we're going to pull everything through. Maybe I should go to the second one first. I'll make things shorter. Oh no, because I have tankers on here. The tankers are pretty close to the rear. And those are coming right back here where we just, where we at? Right over here. They're coming right here to my left. Going back in there off that lead, so. Okay, now we'll be coming off this main onto the yard. So now we're gonna go ahead and start our load. We're also, the grade is gonna start going downhill on us. So I'm going to put some dynamics on, hopefully don't break nothing. That back bar is starting to get some pressure on it. I'm at 15. So I'm getting a little too slow. I'm going to take some of the dynamics off. Through a pole we went. All right, so I started my distance counter in the countdown mode. 3,600 feet to go to the rear of the train. That's what I'm going to do here. Pull the dynamics up just a little bit. Don't completely fall out. What I don't remember is if I all right, we're coming right through here. So that one's set and that one's set. So I did do that. We're lined up. We're about halfway through the yard. Oh yeah, we should be plenty fine here. What are these HPCs? Wets. So the WCDs and these EXXs are the ones that I generally will get off there first. $1,900 feet to go, it says, to the rear of the train reaches the beginning of the yard over here. So about here is where I started, I believe, somewhere in here. So we'll conduct and wait for the rear of the train to catch up to us. I think the engineers got it up there. And before we start disconnecting airlines too, we do want to remove the EOTD. That way that sudden drop in pressure when we disconnect this rear portion of the train doesn't trip the PCS. do have a little bit of dynamic brakes on now to start the slow down process, especially since the whole train is literally moving down grade. About 0.5% through the yard. And if you look up there, it's less than 0.5%, but that's where the locomotive is. We are going to pull this portion through. And disconnect on the other end, and we will shove back the cut that is still connected to the power. So we got about 4 to go. Now 3. So I let off too much. The dynamics, dynos. Got about 1 more to go. Last one. Make sure we don't have anything hanging out too far in the rear. That'll do right there. BNSF, whatever your number is, wasn't paid attention. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. And we may apply the locomotive brake full. I wasn't sure if I was going to get WCD. All right. So I'm going to cut it right here. And let's open this guy. I'm going to go ahead and pull all the way forward. We'll ride the rear of the train. Not get on it. On the ground. Oh, you know what I didn't do was set some handbrakes on those. I mean, I dropped the air on them, but I need to handbrake them too. So those WCDs are actually coming back right where we were. So I do want to, I'm going to shove them back here. And there's some other cars in there that I don't need, and I think they might fit in here. We'll find out. Yeah, the tankers and WCD are going first, and the tankers behind. I want to get run over by that. So that those APCs and ANTs, so that they're not going with them. So. Push these back a little ways. And then I get a couple. See if we can get off here. Nope, go forward, not backwards. So I got a handbrake on that one applied there, as well as the air dropped off of it. Now all the air eventually bleed out, so So let me see where ANT. Okay, so ANT is back around the corner. IJRR, so I think like they're going with those ones there. So this could be perfect. Now DDC was on the way in. Oh, and then APC is somewhere completely else. That's okay. I'm in reverse. No brakes around. Oh, maybe a little bit. Maybe I tapped it a little bit. Really would have liked to get that APC out of there. What's this right back here? JR, I mean, he'll be in the back of the JRRs anyways. And there's other ANTs up here. So they have to, they're going to need a little sort, or they're going to need some loving. This is the beauty of working yards. You can sort however you want. So I need this car here. Even that one. Need that to clear the switch here. And I have a little bit of room back here, but I don't know if I have enough. All right. Do a quick plan here. What all do I have up here? So there's JRR cars. I know where the EXT cars are going, but it's currently blocked. So I need to get this one off. I would like to get that one out. So let's go ahead and let's just fix that now. Make it easy for whoever's coming behind. JRR. Okay, so we're going to pull forward. We're going to get this guy off. One of the ways that we're going to do that is we're just going to throw this switch here. Go to the second one. We'll get that hanker off of there. Going in a whole different place. Basically back off the main. APCs, yeah, the APC is the one we don't want there. The other ones are fine. I am, in fact, gonna this one. I think there were, what, 4? No, we're going to do it the way I thought I was going to. Because I'd like to put these JRs, there's 4 of them. Oops. But do we have 4? 1, 2, 3. I don't know if there's enough room. Yeah, you know what? There is. There is. There is. All right, we got to go forward, though, first. Because we can manipulate that guy in the very, very back. We are going to get to the EXX tankers in a moment. Pushing uphill pretty efficiently here. I haven't bled any of these yet, so I can't kick them. I have to bleed them all first. Plus, they're full, so careful when you kick full cars. All right, so I like that there. I'm going to put this handbrake on. I'm going to bleed at least these cars with the handbrakes on them. Take the pressure off the coupler here. All right, now we pull forward. Roll too far. We got to run back here, run. Run back up here. And then we're going to ride this beast back. Now, why didn't I go down this track? Well, I'll show you why I did it the way my thought process is happening right now live for you. I'm going to go back on this track. We're going to push over, drop off the EXX cars. It'll pull forward a little bit, and then we're going to drop off the JRR cars that go with these JRR over here. If I had gone down here, I would have had to push all this stuff way back, which you could do that too, and then pull forward to line up. So this felt like fewer moves, fewer distances traveled, a little bit less fuel used. So as you go back where that one engine is, the WCD, if you come off the lead and go towards the right as we're backing up, WCD is first, and then further back is Exxon. So ideally, these tankers would be behind, because then I can just shove them back disconnect, do WCD, come back, connect back to these, and everything would have been really cool that way, but it didn't work out that way. All right, so this is closed. I'm gonna go ahead and open this side. And I want to buckle this up so that it's not dragging. Take the handbrakes off. I don't have anything, I do have a car selected. Let's unselect the car. Hopefully, we have DCS if I didn't close this single cock first. So that one's closed. Look here, there's no air in it, just a little bit in the brake cylinder. Yeah, we're going to come past this switch we need to clear. Once we do, we'll be done with that. I'm not blocking the crossing anymore either. Now cars can go by, go on to wherever they're doing. And they can enjoy their day instead of cursing out the railroad, blocking their way to going wherever they're going. I'll tell you, somebody who does the simulator stuff, when I get stuck by a train, I'm just as pissed as everybody else. Why, you're blocking? I'm trying to get somewhere. You stopped me from going there. You guys experience the same thing as I do. Trains are always slowing me down. What up? All right. So we're going to go ahead and open this coupler. Pull forward a little bit. We got, what, three? Do one more if I can get it. Yeah, we'll put 4 handbrakes on. Earl can be a little heavier. Now, once I get to this switch, I've got these 4 cars that I'm going to get off here. And we do have a little wiggle room in the rear, so if we need a couple inches, we can get it. And so now this job can be completed by the locomotives that are here, power that's already here for the industries. We connect here, we'll see how we fit in this section. Connect that back. All we need to do is be clear of the switch. We're not quite there yet. Just a little bit more, as you can see from here. So let me take off. I'll go to the rear. I have a little bit of room. I just took off the handbrakes. I'm gonna put 2 handbrakes on to keep it, you know, the train kind of crunched. Push this back just a little bit. fight. That's weird. Just these here. Let's try it again. Just need a little bit. We had to believe that some of the brakes were apparently... All right. All right, that should be it right there. That's all the room I needed. I'll put some handbrakes on the front end so it doesn't accordion out. Yep. Too much brake. And we're going to move this one back later. We still have to go. Not enough brake there. Oh, what? I don't know why it goes into neutral like that. So for now, we're going to leave these here. Probably drive them over to go pick up the other locomotives that should be here that we should have brought them over with. The correct SD45s. Unless they're 40s. I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. I mean, we've got time. We can go do that now. Hold on. Let's set up for that. We'll just drive them over there. It shouldn't take very long because, I mean, we're not heavy, just locomotives. And all we got to do in the other yard is sort, pull through. Okay, so here we go. Trying to stand on the ground here. I'm going to reconfigure everything. So I'll set this one as the lead unit and set everything else out We'll do an EOTD even though we don't need one technically because we don't have any cars. I'll change the tag on this. So the tags at this point don't mean nothing because we're going into a yard anyways. So we're here in the yard. You see we have some other trains we're going to be fighting with, trying to come out of here. Hit tab. And I want to stop at this particular spot. So 3615. Let's get over to our signal. Put our headlights on full, or other one, the rear on dim. And let's make our way 8313 now. All right, so we're departing Malabar, and then go ahead and contact dispatch again. Star 15. We're too far away, I think. We'll wait till we're down a little bit closer to the signal. Coming out of here hot. Go. Now we're at a good speed. Like we're going uphill a little bit. Yeah, we're pulling uphill, so give it one notch, go too fast. 2 notches, too slow. You gotta like pay attention because it's quick. Slowing down is quick right now. Keep playing with the throttle here. On this side now. There's 2 of the local engines there for Malabar. This is what I was talking about. If we were to cut off there, WCD is right here to the right, and then straight back, and as it curves, that's Exxon EXX. And we need them to process that fuel, that oil into fuel, because right now gas prices here in Southern California are still like $4.50 or something. And I don't ever pay attention to how much it costs because you need it. Like, where else you're going to drive for an hour to get it, 10 cents cheaper per gallon. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and call dispatch. We're 8113, and we want to go to that very specific. Give me a 10-4. Usually means that he's working on it, so I do like that. Wait for at least a train. Hit tab a couple times to see what we're waiting for. This guy, we might have a situation where we have to get rid of one of these. He wants to, well, he should be going straight. We'll leave both of them because they're both going off screen. They're just for eye candy. So this is a bear tables. You know where it's going. Doesn't matter. Okay, you can see he stopped right there. We'll go check out what the holdup is. Returning bear tables. Not my problem. All right, let me relinquish this here. So he's the other one in the corridor. Why does this guy have the right of way? Or why is he? Oh, he's leaving. Okay, so he's clear. Guy over here should have. All right, let me stop and hold. Relinquish. I get a copy of this thing. This is I hate when it does that. Oh my goodness. I don't remember what the name was. That's fine. I'm going to save this train just so I have a copy of it, because it's like pretty cool, because it's empty bear tables. I use them all the time for LAC. E doesn't matter, but let's call it BLAC or B somewhere else. So how about it's coming from Chicago, LAC. It's PHX. It'd probably be better if I named it that, because that would make more sense. And now she's gone. All right, so now we're going to take our train back. We got to do all this stuff again. So now that that train's missing, it's no longer here, I should be getting a route, but since I relinquished, I have to ask again. It was 35 or 36, right? 36. Like, yo, bro, we want to go. All right, so we got a 10-4 for 8113 eastbound. We can now go. So here we go. We're going to come screaming out of here because we have the ability to go full speed. We have no cars. And that was 25 in the yard that we're in anyways. Signal location BNSF 8113 eastbound. Let's see what the signals tell us ahead. Approach medium so we can be at 40 by the next signal, which isn't very far away, by the way. If I'm doing 45 right now, next signal I want to be 40. And you can see the next signal is not too far after. I got to be at 30 by that next one. But again, I have no car, so it's all locomotive brake. We'll abide by the signals. Have an approach. We have to drop down to 30 immediately when we see that. Oh, now we got to approach medium. Now we can go full speed. Got to clear. Here we go. Pretty easy. All right, next we're going to go back to at LAJ C Yard. $50 miles an hour. About 2 miles to go, I would say, to the signal that we wanted. And that's where that switch is. So we'll need to slow down before we hit that switch. Now, what is the speed when you're just doing a light engine move? If you're a passenger train, an intermodal, or an auto rack, you can do passenger speeds, which is 70 miles an hour. If you're a light engine move, you have no, if all your engines are turned on. I mean, can you go the same speed? You don't have any cars. Well, that's a question I have. Approach medium right here. Now exceed the next signal. More than 40 miles per hour. And we're at 50, so that is the speed at which we can go over the switch. Have a diverging approach coming up now. But we should slow down to 30 for that. Even though the switch allows us 50 miles an hour, the signal states trains exceeding 30 should immediately reduce to that speed. But we'll start applying some locomotive brake. Signal after that will be our entrance into LAJC. Of course, I don't want to lose all the speed that I have, so we are going downhill, so I'm going to apply a little bit of that. Signal way up there is where we're going to be jumping off the main up here. And dispatch should be releasing me here. There they are, releasing me now. My diverge. Now that we're released, we're going to go up here. We will want to slow down before we hit this. We don't want to hit this at 30. Wait right here. Suppose I can go in the yard and manipulate some switches, or we can just, I think maybe we'll pull into this here. I don't know if that's long enough. This should be. Yeah, we'll pull in here and we'll leave the power. If we ever needed to go here across the street to get gas and everything, we'd have to move our way over one way or another. Up 25 miles an hour here. I do feel like 15 would be the best speed coming in. I'm going to apply a little bit of locomotive brake right now, which is already activated. I already turned on my brights. Down to 15 here. Tuck it here in a corner, and if you have to break it into two, we can do that too. Pull up here so that we can get it off the road. Tuck it in nice and neat. 90 nights. Take a look at the back. We're good on the front, good on the back. the handbrake on and shut her down. Shut them all down. Now we got to move the other cars. See, make sure we didn't block nothing. We did not. So relinquish this guy. Oh, thought I put the lights off. Now we'll relinquish. Now the lights are off. Now it's resting. And we did, yeah, we don't have it right now. So this guy is the next challenge here. We're going to bring this back here. Let's see. Let's take the handbrakes off. Let's go back. Backwards. Okay, and then we just come to about here. We'll stop it right around yonder. Be moving. It is. Like we need to bleed the air off of it or something. I'll do it. Bleed, let it bleed. Let it bleed. I'm getting closer to my target stopping point. Dynamics in here. Let's put a handbrakes on. That's going to work. Back up to the front. I got to fly backwards over here. So that's how much of the train fit on that particular track. So A1T, I don't like breaking these up if I don't have to. So we have some Taco Bells here. I'm going to open these, this coupler here, and we're going to pull it forward. I'll put a handbrake on here. And the taco shells. Hit the wrong button. Should break apart though. Now we're going to push this guy right back here. So a lot of times this is where those cars will be that go to Malabar, and the locomotive is right over here. It's going to Malabar with one car on it. I'll move that after the stream. I know I have my dynamics going. Weren't all the way off. So when it comes to here, I want to make sure that I probably put a car in this area. That way I'm clear of this and have some wiggle room for expansion. I think I need notch 6, but Feeling a little sluggish. Let's see what we got here. So HPT is 2.3 for these cards. After we cut that other end off, got 2050 on the link. I think this is still too long for these tracks, but that's fine. We can cut off just a couple. But I'll start the distance counter right here. Did I get it? Yes. A nice hefty job going on there. And what we want to pay attention to is this side. I don't need to see all the tags right now. Get on a third person view. Take a look back. $900 feet to go. If we got 900 feet remaining, probably not. Probably gonna be like 1 or 2 cars short. That's okay. And then we can use all these other tracks over here to my right. Like starting with this one, like we can use this cut or these ladders here to sort. Or not. If you come do this job, do what you want. As long as they go where they're going. Oh, actually, we're going to be, I think we actually might be better than I thought. We might fit the whole thing in here. Trash 9s will go ahead and drive those off a cliff. They did serve their purpose. Well, for now, we'll leave them attached. Put one more handbrake on here, even though the locomotive handbrake should be enough to hold this. And there's no air in them, so that's why we need the handbrakes. So this guy here needs to go back over to the Malabar yard because it's going to service that local over there. But, you know, it didn't make it over there in this trip, so maybe next trip it can. But that's going to be it for me here today. Let's see if we can find something to watch drive by. And here's one over in the La Mirada area. Watch us drive by as we make our way out to go watch some Dallas Cowboys lose, most likely. Where's this guy at? Oh, he's going the other way. Went too far back. Do a flyover first. And up here will be a nice ding, ding, ding crossing. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. Hope it wasn't too bad for you being here this early. Watch this train go by as we often do. And that's it. I'll see you next Sunday for more Simulator Sunday. Got a bunch of new videos on YouTube if you're interested in watching them. Some of them have to do with tugboats and stuff, so that could show up on a Simulator Sunday sooner or later. Who knows? Seems like the train simulator stuff does pretty well. Well, I hope you guys have a great week. Again, catch me on twitch.tv/KungfuBeer Wednesdays, 5 p.m. 8 p.m. if you're on the East Coast. Take care. I'll see you next week.